I make the work. Whether I make a work that seems to be controversial, or I make a work that seems to be very spiritual, it doesn't really matter. It's whether to present an experience or tell a story or reflect on a situation. That's my role as an artist, as a producer. This is what's in my head, this is what I see today, this is what I see tomorrow, and this is what I see for the future. This is what's happening globally, this is what's happening locally. We migrated here with my parents in '78 due to civil war in Lebanon. In the early '90s, and as a youth worker, I was the first street worker, man. First non-English speaking background, street worker. And I would go to Lickham Court and I'd see like all these kids that would get into trouble. These are communities of people that have come mostly as refugees to this country. And then they would come into the system and off you go. You go in playing chicken with a car and you come out with enough experience to know how to smuggle drugs or how to do an arm holder. You have responsibility, you know, I have a responsibility.
The underground is here.
So I went through that whole many community projects and programs. People didn't know what racism was, what the word racism was. They wouldn't know. And you go, hey man, do you know that's actually racism or discrimination? What you're feeling? What's that? Now everybody knows. You know, it's a different generation. So Khaled Mariam, he was one of the young people that came into the project.
He was quiet. He was one of the quiet kids. In year 7 and 8, he even got picked on. But I think when he excelled, he was up all of a sudden in front of the whole school in assemblies, getting awards. It gave him a platform. His self-esteem just rose. You know, he was a different Khaled.
Higher.
Yeah, perfect.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that's how I met Khaled Sabsabi. It was in the program. He was my mentor. And Auntie Fatima, of course, I'm going to make a teach to you how to be 100% Muslim. People do make jokes about Muslims and Lebanese culture, but not everyone gets it. To be honest, they just got no sense of humour. That's what I reckon. There's a limit to what I can tease and what I can't tease. I can just tease the way we live, the culture, the things we do, the stupid things we do and everything. I don't feel like I do really connect with my Lebanese heritage. It's like before when I was young, the only thing I wanted to do was wear G-star jeans and a Henley's top, but it's like another stereotype. It adds to the stereotype. The part I can connect to is more of the religious side. It's the way of life we were taught. The fact that it gave me answers, and to get to my goals, I need to have faith and hope, and I find that in my religion. I want to become a family lawyer. The way I was brought up, I've seen a lot of these things happen with families torn apart. You know, especially because the religion does come into play sometimes. They forget that there is the rule of law in Australia. And we are governed by the Constitution, not by the Sharia law. So that's something I feel really strongly about, family law. What I'm going to cook for Khaled Sabsabi? Honestly, I don't know. I've asked my auntie to prepare a dish for us. Assalamu alaikum, darling. I'm Auntie Fatima, and today I'm going to be cooking for my little Khala nephew. Alright, darlings, first we start with the chicken stock. I like to use Campbell because he's very reliable man. Now we use the beef stock because in case they can't balance like chicken, we give them more option because we as Muslims, we like to make sure we cook everything with everyone in mind, okay? So we make a beef. Now I'm so sorry if you don't eat beef because you like to fry to beef or something, whatever you want to do with beef. You can put on the other side because I'm only going to pour on one side, okay? I'll make consideration to you. As you've realized, I put in the vegetable stock, the chicken stock, but I did not check if it's halal. That is not a problem anymore because now at your local Abu Sa'id groceries, you can buy this. It is halal powder, okay? Halal powder, what it does is it halalifies everything. Next thing we use the onion. Now I highly suggest when you cut onion, close your eyes so you don't get crying. Keep going, darling, it's okay. For my final ingredient, I do this for all my dishes to give it that extra zing, that extra flavor, that extra infusion. I like to use Uncle Toby's kebab. You have to go all out and use your uncle's knife. In the name of the glorious kebab king, I cut 1, 2, 3. Okay, and see, after I cut it, it's very simple, darling. Take the kebab you cut up, okay, darlings? Look at that, so nice. It has been 15 minutes, thank God. So now let's make unveil to the food. Oh my God, look at that. It is so amazing. I have to go take this food now to Khaled and the other Khaled, and I watch them sit down and make it eat. And obviously they got to say thank you to me for making such a wonderful dish.
I really like this food. Wow. Reminds me of my mother. It's called al-osiyah, which is like a casserole soup, meat base, with potatoes, lots of coriander and garlic and rice.
With first generation, you know, they struggle with language and settlement. Second generation, they do have education, they do have access to information. So they'll get a bit savvier in understanding the system and their environment.
But in terms of identity, everyone struggles with that, you know, or addresses it.
You know what the best part about this neighborhood is? Everyone Muslim. You want to become Muslim too?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, Muslim. Look. See how beautiful she is, Muslim? Oh, look at that. So nice. You like being Muslim, though?
مرحبا لو
كيفك؟
كيفك alright ما شاء الله. Look at you. Hello. تفضل تفضل. Thanks for bringing this, man.
No worries, man. My auntie loves to cook.
I got some hummus. I'm gonna put some hummus for the chicken. Alright.
Okay. Oh, look at that. It has hummus prepared in his fridge. What a true wog.
Here's some hummus I prepared earlier.
Oh. MashaAllah.
People that are born here, they can't grasp what their parents been through because you haven't experienced it.
I can't believe you cooked this.
Huh?
I can't believe you cooked this. Oh, look at that.
And I think it's important to go back. The minimum you can do is acknowledge your parents for bringing you up. The minimum you can do is try to experience something that is dear to them or that is attached to them.
I think it's not for me. It's because their lifestyle there is just so difficult. It's like everything has to be done the natural way. I've never tried this food actually.
I haven't had it for a while, and I thought it'd be really nice to share this meal with you.
You can't do anything there. Like in every corner, you've got a relative. And whatever you do, like a relative pops their head out. Oh, hey, you're Adnan's son. I go, no, not me. Like you see this old man walking up to you and he knows your whole family history.
That's great.
Because he's your uncle.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. At least you know who you are.
Exactly, yeah.
It's better than living in sort of isolated in society, isn't it? You know?
I just don't like the youth. They really tick me off. Not all of them, just all the ones that have followed the Habib lifestyle. It's like when they started this new fashion when they roll up their trackies. You know how ugly it looks?
Nah, man, it's just part of rebellion, you know? It's part of rebellion. It's part of finding an identity. It's part of being different, you know? There's a void.
Is that they thought because they weren't being accepted by the community, they had to find their own little fashion. But it's true. I feel like people sometimes try so hard to create an identity, they end up losing their identity. It is true.
Yeah. Khaled's a really intelligent, you know, young man. And he was able to use what he's passionate about and further that, to make it something that is his. That's the hardest thing to do in life, man.
It was really good catching up with you. We've never actually sat down and spoken like this. We've covered enough topics to not see each other for the next 2 years, thank God. I mean, really, the show, and I hope to see you again soon.
Yes, can I help
Hello, I
you?
want to come in. I wanted to come in.
Yes.
I'm looking for something.
Looking for what?
Something, none of your business.
Sorry, excuse me.
None of your business, move, please.
Go.
Why you touch me?
Go.
Why you
I'm
touch
not
me?
touching you, are touching
Why
me.
you touch me?
You touching
Why
me.
you touch
Go.
me? You
Stop.
touch me.
Stop.
You touch me. Help, everybody, he's touching me. Oh my God.